It's going to work. Go ahead, Jap.
What? Okay. What do you call a midget without parents?
I don't know. What do you?
A dwarfin.
Nice. First time on the show, he gets the joke and he nails it.
Crushed it.
Thank you, Jop.
Thank you.
Everyone, welcome to the second office. I'm your host, Alex George. This is Doc next to me. We got Trevor again and Jop for the first time to talk shit about Finch. Let's go, baby. All right. What? Yeah. Doc, how's the week? You go first.
I'm just living that dream, baby.
Every day?
I'm living the dream so well that I bought a handle of Maker's Mark today.
That thing's fucking big. Good
That's
for you.
what she said.
So you have 2 bourbons in the house today.
2 bourbons.
Dang.
Instead of chains, right? Yeah.
Phones.
No,
It's
I
2 phones.
I did like 2 chains, but it's bourbons.
Did I ever tell you the story how I got kicked off a beach because I called a guy 2 chains?
Yes. Yeah. But you showed me like he looked like 2 chains.
Yeah.
Just inaccurate depiction.
I really thought being in college and changing your shirt and going back to the beach, the bouncer wouldn't recognize me. He did.
No, they're good. They're usually good at that.
He's like, didn't I kick you off earlier? No, sir.
What are you talking about?
He's like, you gotta go.
Shit.
All right.
He gotcha. No, yeah, that thing's big. So good on you. You'll enjoy that for the next couple days. Tonight. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Trevor, how's the week?
It's been good. Hired a few more people to write with me at work.
There you go.
Been playing lots of video games.
And work is where, Trevor? Plug yourself.
Athlon Sports.
There you go.
Inside the Vikings, all Timberwolves, and my latest beat, to the chagrin
Oh shit.
of our own Doc,
Mm.
Packer Central.
Oh man, where's my? Hold on, where's my? Oh man, why did I ever
What are you
change
doing?
anything? That I meant for that.
You gotta find your stuff there.
I know. I forget where it is now. Thank you, Yep, exactly. That's what we say about
We
that.
can't forget about the bracket.
No, I have it on here. That's
All
part of
right.
the script. We're Elite 8, brother. We're whittling them down. Okay, that's good. Jop, how was your week, Mr. Timberwolves fan?
Yeah, pretty good. I have to stay completely still so I don't lag. So get used to this.
You're doing okay so far.
Thank you. Yeah, good week. What I do for work is I take care of my 98-year-old grandma by myself out in Comox, British Columbia. So plug that into your databases and check me out.
Find me on all the
That's gonna be
handles.
that's gonna be interesting to write a little shout out section for there.
We'll figure it out. Grandma's okay though.
Yeah, she's doing good, man.
Let's
We've
go.
had a good week.
Good stuff.
Do you give her like the Ben Stiller treatment? Like, do you got her out there and doing some landscaping or
from Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
some more milk.
I'm always on the lookout for air conditioners above me.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. We brought Jop on here specifically. We mentioned him last week, if anyone heard. He is within our friend group, he is our resident Finch hater. And I say that with a grain of salt because I don't necessarily disagree. He makes his points. So we had touched on it a little bit last week. Trevor, you wanted to wait until the season plays out. I'm on a damn roller coaster every game. So I do want to start with the Wolves and give Jop a chance here.
So
So-
yeah, it's definitely a roller coaster, man. Like, and I try to take a couple steps back every time I get so like vehemently opposed to him being our coach and just try to look at the whole picture. But I feel like as I look at the whole picture, like I start to double down on my thoughts about him. I do think he's the best coach we've ever had. I mean, shout out Flip.
I was gonna say
Shout
Flip,
out,
right? Yeah.
Well, and also January 2009 Coach of the Month, Kevin McHale. We had one good month that season.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, 10-4,
How
baby.
could you?
10-4, baby. Adelman was a good coach. We just weren't that good with him.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true. That's a good point. I kind of forget about that era.
Me too.
Kevin Martin was
Kmart.
not fun to watch.
No, that 3-point.
I don't
shot.
know, man. I've been trying to think of like a pros and cons for Finch. Like, he seems like a good dude, which I think means a lot when wanting someone as your coach. Ant says it's the best relationship with the coach he's ever had in his life, which I think has merit.
It matters. That matters for your 23-year-old superstar going forward.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's had to adjust to a bunch of different rosters, and he's mostly found success with all of them. He's won a 7-game series against the champs.
Yeah.
But when you start looking at like just the offense, it's so sporadic and so all over the place that I think that kind of translates into specifically this year, how we've been as just watching them. Like you said last week, George, like as soon as we start to figure it out, it's like then we're like the shittiest team to watch in the league again the next game.
Yeah, so 3 of the last 4 we have lost, right? At the most important time of the season, when all I ever heard was, hey, ease of schedule, it's the Wolves, baby. They got the easiest remaining schedule in the league. So we go on the 8-game win streak, and now we lose 3 of our last 4, and we got our asses kicked by the Pacers. It was a blowout from start to finish. It was not necessarily a blowout, but second half at least. And I just feel like nothing makes sense anymore. The guys said, yep, the vibes are great. This and that. We have it figured out. We know if we play our game, no one can beat us. And the fact that we are one of 5 teams, top 10 offense and defense, I think says that. But then they come out the very next game, and they just look so bad. They look unmotivated. It's hustle almost. And heart. I don't know. It looks that way at least. I can't imagine these players aren't necessarily trying, but that's literally what it looks like sometimes. So I don't know which freaking way is up anymore. With what 9 games left in the season? I don't know.
Yeah, about 9 games.
Well, I think. Go ahead, Trevor.
Well, just against the Pacers, Ant and Dante didn't shoot well, and again, I feel like we put the ball so much in Ant's hands.
1 of 11.
If he goes cold
from 3. 1 of 11 from 3.
Yeah, we struggle and we can't seem to create elsewhere. Like that's what we're trying to that's where we're aiming for first, and we can't build anything off that or have a pivot.
Well, I think that's part of when you're so reliant on shooting. Like I said, you guys earlier, we're 5th in makes, 5th attempts, 5th in percentage this year from 3-point range.
5.
In my opinion, I've said this from the beginning of the season. I don't think we have enough reliable shooters to be as high volume of a 3-point shooting team as we are. But I understand the importance of that in the the modern NBA, but I don't think we have a reliable offensive system that can generate good enough looks consistently to shoot this many threes. Chris Finch always talks about his flow, and I think his flow is chaotic and sporadic, and again, I think that's what is leading into this. I don't want to call it a nightmare season, but it's just been kind of a nightmare to watch.
It's been really, because again, one game we look great, then the next we look the complete opposite. I can't, it is. And what's crazy is that we're still in this position as an 8 seed right now. So, but what, 3 games out of the freaking 5 seed, even, which could still happen at this point. Anything can happen. Every game is going to be crucial from here to the end of the season. But no, let's, to your point about the 3-point shooters, let's go through them. Good volume 3-point shooters on our team. I think there's 2. And they're obvious, right? It's Ant and Dante.
Yeah.
Because who else? Like Julius he'll hit a couple a game, but not at the highest percentage.
You don't want to rely on him.
No. You want
Nas is our third option.
Yeah, and then Nas. Good point. Okay, Nas. Fair enough. Who has a good percentage, but you could say is streaky, right?
I wouldn't lean on him like we did Cat.
No, exactly. And you want him working inside out too, because he's amazing in the post. No, I think that's so it's funny that we are both a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense, and that we have those
top 5 and 3-point.
Top 5 and 3-point, and we have those 3-point numbers too. But then you look at our record and you look at these performances on off nights, and something's not adding up. And maybe that's it, Job. Maybe it's because we don't have the amount of 3-point shooters. Because you look at the other teams in that top 5, you have Boston. they all shoot threes. Every single one of them shoots threes. It's crazy, especially in that starting five. And who else is it? I have it here. Hold on. Ah, jeez. I had it. Doc, thoughts on the Timberwolves while I find this? They're your team now.
Here's
I don't usually
thing that
tune
I'm
in into the
wondering-
playoffs.
Sorry, Doc.
Just don't usually tune into the playoffs.
What about the play-in? That's where it's at, baby.
Playoffs.
Can I get an awoo?
Oh,
Let's go.
I
Let's
don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but
Please do.
I feel like Finch, he's giving Ant every opportunity to like develop as like a go-to scorer. And as far as like the clutch time and the disparity there for him, and Finch just kind of keeps leaning on like, oh, he's learning how to make these decisions in real time. And I hate to like suggest this because we have a team that could do really well now with the right adjustments. But I just wonder how much of this is like the long game in like developing and giving a 23-year-old superstar in the making like more opportunities, more of these chances versus just designing, like these end game plays that they could exploit the added coverage to him or get him in a position. But, Finch always has this holistic approach of reacting to the defense, essentially.
That's super interesting. You say that because this year does kind of seem to be an influx year, right? What's Julius going to do? Is he going to, like, are we going to pick up the option? Is he going to stick around and opt in or what? So this ever since that cat trade, has this been a season where it's like, okay, let's see how these two fit in and then take it from there. Obviously they say all the right things as far as Connolly and coaching and ownership. Like, nope, this was a move that we believe we can still contend. And I'm not saying we can't. Again, I think the West playoffs are going to come down heavily matchup dependent, very heavily for every
matchup.
team in the West. So
1 through 8, or
but
1 through 10 even.
But again, is this a season where it's like, let's see if we want Julius moving forward. Let's try to ramp up what Ant is capable of, and let's see if Dante is going to remain on the best contract in the league, and we use him as a chip, or if we want to give him something a little bit more, which we don't necessarily have the room for right now, and move forward with him and Julius. So that's a good point,
Well,
Trevor. I don't know.
how
Maybe it could be in flux.
How are you guys feeling about? Do you want Julius next year?
God, that's the thing. I have always liked Julius as a player. He's always been polarizing, incredibly polarizing, especially if you look at the NBA subreddit. And there's certain games, like what game was it recently, Jop, when he was a -20, had 6 turnovers and 3 rebounds, where during our win streak he was getting damn near triple-double every game. He was rebounding.
I think that was the first Pacers loss.
That's what I was going to say, which went to OT and relied on frickin' Obi Toppin to go nuts, have the greatest game he'll ever have, which was just stupid, which is just very stupid.
Until the next game that he also
Right.
shot way better than he should have against us.
Fair enough. Okay.
Stupid.
I know. So I don't know how to answer that question, Jop. I'm sorry. At his best, absolutely.
Stop. Don't even finish that.
Okay.
Of course you want everybody at their best.
But again, his best is like damn near like second team All NBA pretty much, right?
My God.
But is it inconsistency
He's
or
proven
what?
His entire career though, he's been like this. Like,
Yeah.
he's had seasons where he's more of his best, and he's had a season where he's been less of his best. And it seems like this season it's been like 50-50. I think this is what you're always going to get with Julius.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
he's how old at this point, right? So is it like he's definitely improved since coming in the league, but are we now at the point where this is Julius Randle? I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I if he opts in, I would like to try to move off of him. And I was talking with Trevor about this yesterday. I kind of want to look at moving off Rudy if we can this summer.
I said that last year.
But he's on a new contract now,
It's
Doc, which I'm sure Doc knew about. I'm sure you knew about that.
Of course.
And would you still like to move off him?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. So he signed a more friendly deal, for the next 3 years, around 30-ish mil a year. And isn't Julius kind of making the same, right around that number? I have no clue.
Specifically, but
I have no dang clue. Anyways, so say he opts in. Who wants? Maybe he's still a decent trade chip because that's the final year of his contract, right?
yeah, he's an expiring then.
Okay. So either way, maybe we move off him. What?
I
did
want to
say
get. I said this to you, George. I want this team to get young. I want us to get athletic, and I want us to get tough. That stretch of time, Dante and Rudy were all out, and I think that was the most fun stretch of the season.
That's
It might
kind of
not
true.
Translate as much to winning, but
We were about like 500.
sometimes it's just
Is that true? But I don't know. Watching the young guys come in and give us juice, it's funny. Like I said, you watch the team and it's heart and it's hustle. And as soon as those young guys come in, there's a noticeable difference. They're not necessarily scoring,
They juice you up, though.
but they look good. And if they're out there with the veterans, it has worked. It's worked, and the only way it could continue to work is with those minutes, right? So let's bring it full circle, because that's been one of the biggest criticisms with Finch, is his minutes for the young guys. We had the injuries, and we were doing okay.
Mhm.
The young guys looked good. They were providing juice. They were getting solid minutes. Terrence Shannon Jr. had a great stretch of a few games, and then we got healthy, and he's not seen minutes. He's looking like a legitimate scorer, right? Rob obviously has some, I don't know if you want to call it maturing or what. Maybe he's just got to get an NBA body out of him. But great at moving the offense at the very least. Very gifted handler and passer, to say the least. And I'm not even willing to say that he hurt us more than he helped us when he was out there. And then you look at Jalen Clark, who Finch admitted that he needs to force himself to play more. He admitted that. So I don't know. I come from a spot where I kind of agree, Jop, and maybe he is the best coach we've had. And he gave us that season we had last year. Part of you is going to say, "Oh, that roster was amazing," because it absolutely was.
Mhm.
So how much of that was Finch getting that out of the roster? How much of that was whatever the hell else? So yeah, playing
even think
playing
we
the
got
young
the
guys,
most
the
out of the
stubbornness,
roster.
the stubbornness is the thing.
I don't even think. I mean, we were 16th in offense last year with that team.
That's right. That's a good point.
I don't even think he got the most out of that roster. That's crazy to be 16th with Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns alone.
That is kind of crazy. You are correct. And now we have a better offense, which is weird.
It's super weird.
So again, nothing about this team seems to make
Well,
sense right now.
Do you know the season that Chris Finch had his? Do you know Chris Finch's best offensive season? Do you know what year that was of his?
Is it with us or was it with New Orleans?
He's only been a head coach with us.
Well, no, I thought you were going to
It-
account
it's-
for assistant coaching or something. But
Oh no.
Okay.
And in his, not counting the year where he took over for Saunders. So 4 years here, 21, 22,
okay,
22, 23, 24, 25. Do you have
sure.
a guess of which year is our best offensive year?
Is it his first year?
It's his first year with like the weird Pat Beverly, Jared Vanderbilt, half a season to D'Lo, right?
Huh.
We were 8th in offense that year and first in pace.
That was a great team.
This year-
Really?
This year we're 10th in offense right now and 22nd in pace. Last year we were 24th in pace. It's weird how much he's.
Fluctuating.
I'd like to think that he's more versatile defensively, but yeah, it's weird. Again, it's just sporadic and random. The flow, like it's.
I like your
can't
idea of
nail
going
down what
young
his offense
and
is. There's no system.
no, exactly. Yeah, the flow system, right? I like your idea of going younger and essentially doing what Dallas did with Luka before they traded Luka. Let's go 5 out with Ant with a hyper athletic center, and I love Rudy. I wouldn't mind
Yeah.
necessarily if we move off him too. for that, specifically for that reason. Rudy has, as amazing as he is, and he really is, he's a Hall of Famer. He seems to need the right player next to him to maximize him.
He's trash.
Shut up. He's not, and he's great. Anyways, he needs that Mike Conley, does he not?
Yep. And we don't have that Mike Conley anymore.
That's kind of what I'm wondering. I don't know. I'm still a little bit with Trevor, where let's see how the season plays out, because again, the West is it's going to be matchup dependent. But man, if it comes down to the playoffs or the play-in, and we're in crunch time, and we see the same struggles we've seen all year, I'm going to have a hard time being on the Finch train.
Yeah.
Japo.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I get, like, go.
Well, last night you also, you suggested like promoting. I'm forgetting his name, the assistant coach.
Pablo.
Mike Nori.
Yeah, like
Mike,
promoting
okay,
him,
yep.
and
Or
like.
Pablo.
But Micah, for
it
sure.
It kind of sucks because I've also like, I generally like to just see like the end results and respecting the process, but we're kind of missing an opportunity because he could find a job next year. So without a midseason coaching change, you might be letting your best head coach candidate out the door.
That's fair. That's kind of fair. No, I think it is fair to see how we perform in the playoffs, no matter who that matchup is. Before I want to go through the top 8 teams in the West, and maybe even the top 10, and get your guys' take on who you don't want to play, who you think we do okay against, yada yada yada. But first, I have those other teams. I found them finally. Thank you, Doc. So I already said the Celtics. They all shoot threes. The Cavs, an amazing shooting team. And they got the Twin Towers like we had last year. Cavs look great. Thunder, they all shoot. The Grizzlies, they all shoot except for Ja. Ja sucks. Fuck Ja. Anyways, okay, let's go here. Where are those other 8 teams? So let's go top to bottom. So as it stands right now, if we go into the playoffs at the 8 seed, we face a 1 seed OKC. What happens if we
Wolves in 4?
Say
Wolves in 4.
Doc, let me get an woo.
Woo.
Yes. Okay.
I don't agree.
No, probably me either. And they would be, I don't know. Like we always play them well. We match up well.
Wolves get swept.
You think we get swept? How much you know about OKC? Nice.
I don't think
nice. Okay. Job Trevor, how do we do against OKC?
I think OKC beats us, but I mean, you're right. We play them. I think we split the season series.
Mm-hmm.
With them, also with that crazy like 28-point comeback or whatever, the largest fourth quarter comeback in NBA history. I think it was.
That's right. See, again, this team makes no sense.
Yeah, that happened this year.
Yep.
Pro Finch.
There you go.
But they're too good, man. I would say OKC in 6, as much as it pains me to say, because I hate that team.
I do too, dude. And it's telling when Finch talks about when he talks shit about either the other team or the refs, because he does so sparingly, and he only does so when he's trying to make a point. And you watch, I don't know, you maybe again, I've said this for other topics too. Maybe I'm on Reddit too much, but they fucking body check, they're grabbing, they're gut punching, and then they're fucking flopping. So again, Shea's incredible, but he's just a fucking flopper at this point. So, okay, Rockets. I think we could take the Rockets.
I'm kind of scared of them.
Wolves in 7.
I am too. But I think the inexperience they okay, so that's the thing. They have young guys, but then they also have the experience with Dylan Brooks, Fred VanVleet. But otherwise, it's young guys. I feel like Wolves in 6 or 7 against the Rockets. Assuming that, God, again, this is assuming the Wolves figure it out, which they, there's zero confidence anyone should have in them figuring it out, because they haven't all year. It's 2 step forwards, 2 step back. 1 forward, 2 back.
I'd probably go Rockets. 6.
Yeah, this is assuming the Wolves make the playoffs.
This is also a good point. I wouldn't necessarily. I know Ant also seems to have developed a little bit of hatred for Dylan Brooks, which is great, and he pops off on him every time. There's that little extra motivation that always seems to make Ant a little bit better, which is why Ant performs in the playoffs, right? And I think a guy like Dylan Brooks would bring that out. So I feel like we could take the Rockets. Şengün is great. He's coming up. He's on the rise. I don't know how well he can handle a playoff series yet, because he hasn't, right? He's not been to the playoffs. Nuggets.
Yeah, I would say Minnesota in 7 in that. I think that'd be a hell of a series.
Nuggets again? Okay. Yeah. Nuggets are even more Jokic heavy this year than they were last year. Which is crazy that we're talking about Jokic not winning the MVP when he's had his best stats ever. And better than his previous MVP years. And he probably won't get MVP this year. Kind of nuts to me.
Who does?
Shea. It's gonna be Shea.
Why?
The best, second best record or second best record in the league with the best
scorer.
offense, league's leading scorer type thing, flopping ass, things that get you MVP. So,
yeah.
Trevor.
Also, voter fatigue with Jokic.
That too, because again, Jokic should have won the year Embiid won. He just should have. I think. I am also an Embiid, a noted Embiid hater. Trevor, Nuggets, Wolves.
Wolves in 7.
Hell yeah.
I think that's our. I mean, again, I'm not too optimistic about either other matchup. I'm optimistic about OKC, but Denver's definitely our best matchup.
Okay.
I think we've won
Is it
8
7?
straight games. Is that right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Something
Like,
like that?
right up
Yeah.
there with the Suns? Because we're on a streak with the Suns too.
We swept them this year,
Mm-hmm. Oh, we did.
and then dating back to the game 6 and 7 last year. So 6.
Yeah.
7.
Shit.
Something like
Okay. Let's go. Doc, Wolves or Nugs?
Well,
Yeah, give us Denver.
the Wolves won't make it to the 6th seed in the playoffs, so I
Well,
don't know why you're going through everybody.
well, we only need to be the 8th seed, Doc.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh, okay.
you're gonna play OKC or Houston.
No, it could be.
No.
Here,
No.
because what is it, Doc? We are what half a game. We're half a game out of
Half
this
game back from the
6th seed. So it could be. It's going to be one of the top 3 seeds, which could also be the Lakers or Grizzlies. So I'm going to ask about them too. So shut up. I'm not going to be surprised if the Lakers come out of the West. And again, fuck Nico Harrison. That's bullshit. It seriously, that trade shouldn't have. It's an absolutely insane trade, and it will be remembered as such. How do we do against the Lakers?
I'd give us
I'm
1.
terrified of the Lakers.
Yeah.
Same.
4-1.
Yeah, same. They're probably my scariest matchup.
We sweep them.
Gentlemen.
Look at you go. You did okay. Give me your argument now.
Let's go.
Okay.
Late GM blows out his knee in 2 minutes in.
And that's all it takes, right? Yeah. Fair enough. That is a good point. Any West team is an injury away
You
from
mean there's a
from just being
chance?
screwed. So you're telling me there's a chance. Okay, Grizzlies.
Wolves in 4.
Let's go.
Well, I think
I'm
one
not
of our
afraid of
players
that.
probably gets
Wolves-
shot in
Wolves in
Memphis.
6.
Maybe by Ja.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep. True.
Shot by Ja.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I've that is looking at it now. That's probably the team I am most comfortable playing would be the Grizzlies, and I don't think I don't see how that matchup is happening, but they could be the 3 seed still.
Yeah,
They could.
absolutely.
Are we more afraid of OKC or the Lakers?
Lakers.
I'm Lakers.
I agree.
Luka's been there. LeBron's been there. They got the team around them. It comes down to those two. And then seeing what Austin Reeves has become has been nuts. He's great.
Luka just killed us so bad last year. I don't want to see him again in the playoffs.
Oh my God, no, seriously, no. and then our crowd was stupid enough to keep egging him on and calling him fat and shit. So he just pops off.
No.
When will people learn? You just got to compliment him, butter him up, glaze his ass. Luka, you're so
Skinny,
good.
You're so skinny, baby.
You're so damn skinny.
Drink more beer.
and then he'll start bricking or something. No, I don't want to see Luka. Absolutely don't want to see Luka. I could see us, Warriors coming on strong too. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. Before we move on from the Wolves, Jop, just want to say, so off the Finch train, but he did this super cool thing, which we talked about. Joe Ingles started a game to everyone's questioning. I saw him in the starting lineup. I was like, what? Joe Ingles getting like less than a minute a game. He's our inbounder at the end game. That's it. He's old and washed. He's there for veteran leadership. But he started because he has an autistic son who, for the first time, was able to sit through an NBA game, which is very cool. So this is a John Krasinski tweet. Joe Ingles' wife, Renee, and 3 kids have stayed at the family home in Orlando all season. They are in town this week. Son Jacob is autistic. Earlier this week, he had a milestone. He watched an entire NBA game in an arena for the first time. When that happened, Joe Ingles did not play, so he didn't get to see his dad play. So Finch started him for 6 minutes so he could see his dad play. So for Finch, and he said at there are points where you do the human thing instead of the competitive thing. And I thought that was cool.
Absolutely not.
Yep, I said my first point was that he's a good dude. He's such a good dude. Sign him to a 10-year extension right now.
Would you
Put
be
him in
pissed
the
if that
rafters.
if
Dude.
exactly, Jop, if that story comes out as soon as we end this podcast, Chris Finch signed to a 10-year extension, are you pissed?
Hang Joe Ingles' autistic son's jersey in the rafters.
Oh my God! I thought you were going somewhere else with that. I was like, whoa.
Nope, said the right thing. Nope, totally agree. Okay. No, I'm with you.
Hang them from the Raptors.
I am with you. Okay, guys.
Jersey.
Well, that was awesome.
Jersey.
I love talking about the Wolves, and I don't get to that often. Any other Wolves things before we move on?
They usually travel in a pack.
Nice. Joppy hanging on. We're going to go on to Vikes. Your call.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
go.
Chill.
Let's go. Okay. Man. Okay. We got Wolves back in action tomorrow. We'll see which team we get. We'll see which damn team we get.
Dude, I don't
Where
want
you
to talk
go?
about the only Viking storyline of the past 2 weeks either, George, but we have to move on.
Nope, I'm gonna bring it up. And my first question to Jop is, Jop, why should the Vikings sign Aaron Rodgers?
If they want to lose me as a fan, that I'll never watch a game this season. I don't know everyone's stance on him here, but god damn, I hate him. I hate him so much.
No, it would be fine. We're already doing a bracket for Doc's new team. So hey, we sign Aaron Rodgers, and then maybe you do a bracket for your new team, Jop. We could see it.
And they win the Super Bowl.
And then they win the fucking Super Bowl. Oh my god, I know. Okay, so going right into that.
It would just be so miserable if he won a Super Bowl for us. Like, then the Packers get like, oh, you can only do it with our scraps. Like,
I wouldn't give
I
a
can hear
shit.
those
If we
fuckers
got a
now.
Super Bowl, I wouldn't give a shit. He only got one with Green Bay, and he got one with us. As far as I'm concerned, it's fucking equal. I wouldn't give a shit. I don't like Rodgers either. I really don't like him. If he got us a Super Bowl, ooh.
You have to. You build that man a statue.
Oh, baby.
Packers sloppy seconds.
Oh, a statue?
Sounds
hang
pretty
him in the
awful,
rafters.
dude.
Packers sloppy seconds.
Packers sloppy seconds. I mean, throw that on a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
Oh, that's true.
That's
oh,
a
with
t-shirt.
Rodgers and Favre's face, and you guys
Oh my
just
God,
gave
that
Doc
is
a
a
t-shirt
t-shirt.
idea. Way to fucking go. Way
You
to
might as
fucking
well.
go.
Like the prophecy, like enough people have thought about it. Just throw it on a t-shirt, man.
I guess. So here's a series of tweets. This is from Kevin Seifert. Reports on the Vikings for ESPN. 4 tweets. I'm going to read in order, and they don't make me happy, but I'm going to read them. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah on if he can rule out Aaron Rodgers as a possible QB addition. This is just a day or two ago. Quote to quote Kwesi. For me to sit here and say anything is 100% forever, that's just not the job. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah said the team is being mindful of the compensatory pick process as it searches for another veteran QB. Players signed after April 29th won't count against the Vikings in that process. So that's something to consider. Kwesi Adofo-Mensah on Aaron Rodgers, quote, right now, we're happy with our room. QB room, that is. Kwesi on J.J. McCarthy on QB1, quote, that's the outcome we want, and that's the outcome we're headed towards. J.J. McCarthy was just on with Kay Adams and says the Vikings have not told him he's a starter, but that he's grateful for it, so he can compete in every day, and he has that blessing. JJ says all the right things. He's already great at saying the right things, right? So fuck Rodgers potentially signing with us. Let's not consider that anymore. Trevor, do you take anything from the Vikings not having said to JJ, you're the starter, even though all their actions kind of up until this point are like, yeah, he's a fucking starter?
I mean, that's the thing. Like, Kwesi said that he quipped that, oh, like, do teams normally tell their starting quarterback they're their starter? Like, the thing is, like, it should be known. Like, you shouldn't have questions in the air. And so in that sense, like, flirting with Rodgers for 2 weeks,
right?
You're digging your own grave. Like,
you're putting the question out there. It's why it remains in the media.
I respect like entertaining like the options and keeping them open, because knock on wood, something happens to JJ, they might go down that road again. And so that's like Kwesi was just keeping his posture and keeping that door open for Rodgers.
Yeah.
Even though right now it's a no. It's like it's a no for now. And we can never be 100%. Like, would the Vikings sign Patrick Mahomes if he became available? Like, yes. So Kwesi can't say Patrick Mahomes will never be the Vikings quarterback.
Okay.
It's that
yeah.
We're talking like that level of improbability here.
It's a good point. That's fair. Yeah, I guess. To a little more JJ hype, I suppose. Dan Orlovsky on Twitter. Come on, baby. Read my link. What is this? Come on, baby. Here we go. Okay, Dan Orlovsky tweets. Down at NFLPA Classic at Mayakoba, I cannot express how impressive J.J. McCarthy is and how he carries himself. Interacts with the fellas. At Vikings, will be just fine. We're good, baby. Quarterback of the future.
Agree, man.
Quarterback of the future. He does. He says all the right things. And that's never necessarily mattered for any quarterback ever before. But I appreciate it.
And he's a winner, though. Like,
you're damn right.
He has the right mentality.
You're damn right. Ooh, a sigh from Doc. Doc, thoughts on JJ?
I just think he can hand the ball off real well.
to a great running back tandem at this point, Jordan Mason. And
yeah.
Hell yeah, Doc. Thank you.
Best in the league.
Look at Doc go hyping up the Vikes. That's great.
Jordan Mason and Packers sloppy seconds version 1.0.
Damn it. Okay. Okay, very true. Okay.
Actually, 1.1. I forgot about Zadarius Smith.
We got to sign Eddie Lacy. No.
I remember Eddie. He was so good for 1 year, and then I drafted him in fantasy, and he was shit.
I think he's as big as a fridge right now.
Should we look up Eddie Lacy right now? I'm gonna look it up.
Can we find his weight right now?
Eddie Lacy right now. He's got an Instagram.
Hell yeah.
You got an Instagram.
Should I ask?
Under as fat as Luca.
Well, actually, like weight-wise, they're probably pretty close.
Yeah, it's true because Luca's got what 6 inches on him.
Tall. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT how much Eddie Lacy would weigh right now.
Eddie Lacy kind of looks like Julius Randle.
With a sedentary lifestyle, working out like twice a week. You know.
I don't know if he has anything recent, but he still looks pretty big. I don't know. He looks the same. If his Instagram's anything to go off of, he's the same. God, he was great for a year.
Oh man, we shouldn't do this. He's a partner with the mental wellness company now.
Oh, good for you, Eddie. Okay, I'll give him a. Hey, that's all right. I'll give him a.
The header of the website says #stop body shaming.
Yeah.
He's like, "He's fat. It's okay."
Him and Luca can partner up.
Holy moly! Did you see this from October of last year?
No.
He was arrested in Arizona for a DUI. Guess his blood alcohol content.
Oh, fuck up. Okay, well, hold on. Let's all guess. Blood alcohol content for Eddie Lacy. He's a big guy.
0.3.
Shit.
Probably so many beers.
0.25.
How many drinks
Point
do you think he had to drink to get at 0.25 at X pounds?
Eddie Lacy.
X pounds.
He was arrested for an extreme DUI.
Extreme?
4 times the legal limit with 3.325.
Trevor, you fucking got. Oh, that's not what I meant. I meant this. Good job, Trevor. You nailed it.
Good God.
That's crazy. And he was driving. Oh my God.
Well, he lived in Green Bay. Like, what do you expect?
Yeah. Was it? No, it was in Arizona, Trevor. It was in
Yeah.
I
Arizona.
didn't know it.
No, I'm saying he learned his ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. One of my favorite internet memes is when the
I
question.
didn't know there was such a thing as an extreme
Say it.
DUI.
I
That's a
didn't either,
charge.
but
That's a charge, it's a
he did it.
classification.
That's crazy. 0.32. Holy moly.
That's a lot.
It sure is. No,
Especially for him. That's a big guy.
I always appreciate the internet meme when the question comes up. Oh, we're doing a drink off, like a country, a worldwide country drink off. Which country wins? And the top answer is always Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They don't even need the rest of
Eddie
America.
Lacy.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently. Okay, so he's working for something good, but he's doing bad things.
I thought he was a continent.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
All right, and one more
This
time.
guy.
One more time. Okay, good job, guys. Okay, other NFL news. And there's some good ones. This is weird to me, but the NFL moves to ban CeeDee Lamb's nose wipe celebration for first downs. Why? What's wrong with that? I think it's stupid, but what's wrong with it? Trevor.
I saw a tweet about this, and I don't know what the nose wipe is. I am part of the NFL rules and officiating board. That's like, I don't know what this is, but ban it.
Exactly.
What is it? I need to watch it. I don't know.
Should give Keandre a call, see what he thinks about it.
The nose wipe is a gang sign associated with the Bloods,
It is?
indicating someone is untrustworthy.
Really? So he does it for first downs? I don't see.
I don't know.
I don't see the correlation.
That's kind of cool.
It's a little bit cool.
Yeah.
The
I feel
NFL.
like that-
The NFL
Unban
sent
it.
full rules report to its 32 teams this week, and included is an addition to the unsportsmanlike conduct rule in Rule 12, Section 3, Article 1D. The NFL has made, this is per NBC Sports, the NFL has made the, quote, nose wipe celebration illegal. So I guess it's already illegal. They can't do it anymore. The nose wipe is a gang sign associated with the Bloods, indicating someone is okay. Did you find that NBC
No.
one? Oh, same thing. Okay. Lamb has used the nose wipe as a celebration since he entered the league in 2020. Beginning next season, it will become a 15-yard penalty. Well, I can't see what he comes up with next, because I think most first down signals that players come up with are just stupid, except for JJ's Little Rascals. Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
one?
I like that way. I
I
like
do
the
like
Little
that.
Rascals way better than the arms. I think that's a great
I like
first
the
down
arms.
signal. Yeah, the arms were fine. Nothing crazy, but the Little Rascals I think is amazing. Everyone else's first down thing sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for agreeing. Okay.
I wonder what Jordan Loves would be if he ever got a first down. That'd be.
Good thing Brandon's not here. That would really hurt his little feelings.
Yeah, Doc doesn't know whose team is yet.
That doesn't affect me right now.
We're about to go into that in a
I'm
second.
not impacted.
I can't hurt you anymore.
No.
The Pro Bowl receiver replied on social media Wednesday night, writing, quote, "Shaking my head. I have plenty in mind." So he's good. He'll have a good one. I bet it'll be better because I always thought it was stupid.
I'm just glad the NFL's out there thinking about all the children watching the
It's
game.
gonna be this one.
Don't wipe your nose.
Hey, thinking about the children, that's a good point. And before we go to your Elite Eight, let's all think about the children a little bit. And I have for you guys formal FCC complaints after after Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance.
Oh, I love it. Let's go.
So,
all these
yeah,
all these old white people.
yeah, and so and yeah, they're going to be exactly what you say, and I'm gonna read them verbatim. So it's been like 125 complaints, which is nothing, right? So it makes these even funnier. Pales in comparison to the amount of complaints that Shakira and J-Lo got. for shaking that sweet ass.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. I'm just gonna go down the list. I'm just gonna go down the list here. These are formal FCC complaints. Okay, here's someone from Burleson, Texas. Performers use obscene language in their songs at a family event. The NFL is contributing to the moral decline in America. These obscene shows should have no part in this event. From Cheyenne, Wyoming. Okay.
I'd appreciate it if you got into the accent. I really want the character to come through.
Okay. Okay. I don't know Wyoming accent. I could do Southern, but I'm going to apologize for my language. Okay, this is probably supposed to be, there's a lot of typos here. I'm going to read them verbatim. Again, most morning and retarded halftime show and is stupid. Not even part of the NFL and is really putting people to sleep. No punctuation, no anything.
I mean, there should be a complaint about the complaint.
Exactly. Columbia, North Carolina. This halftime show is racist. There is only African American people in it, no Caucasian people in the performance. That is racist. Promoting that one race is superior to another, which is not only ethical, it's illegal. So that's another one.
Yeah.
I wonder if a white person wrote that.
It's hard to tell, It's you can't really say.
Where were they from?
That one was North Carolina.
Of course it was.
Here's one from Wisconsin. The amount of vulgar words during a family time, not a adult prime time. That's a complaint. Not a adult prime time.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more. Okay.
I was sitting there eating some cheese curds and
okay. This from Alabama. There's no punctuation like ever in these things. This is horrible. The halftime show should have good music, not this junk. You are catering to certain people, and many people hate this. Just music. Get someone that actually has music. People listen to. Get someone like Madonna. And I think that it's racist that there aren't any white people in this event. Why can't we get some mixed culture in the show? Also, you could get someone like Zach Top. He has music that's blowing up. There are many great artists that have better music than this guy. Thanks.
Dude, I'm really glad X got rid of their character limits.
It's nice, right?
Insightful.
It's nice, right? I like how this guy also said thanks to the FCC.
This just really it
like
just
at Kendrick Lamar.
Exactly.
I just don't understand why we're getting rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah, this more than anything should be your signifier as to why maybe it's a little bit important. The language used,
like the past administration is what produced these things.
Oh,
yeah, it was Biden, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was Biden. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not
Here's another one from Arizona. The language used during the songs by Lamar Kendrick are offensive. I just got such a kick out of these. Okay, and I'll finish up with this one from California. This year's Super Bowl halftime promoted gangsters, criminals in their songs, and an American flag split in half by the performers. That never happened. This does not represent America. America is not broken in half, nor should we promote crime and criminals. Can we clean up and make it something that family and children can watch in the future together? Something representative of all Americans?
Amen.
Amen. Okay, sorry, last but not least. Whoever decides the halftime show needs to be fired. The halftime show gets worse every year. So not even a Kendrick complaint there, just saying the halftime show sucks.
that's Apple Music.
It's Apple for you. Far from family-oriented, vulgar, offensive. The talentless singer on the Super Bowl halftime show said, fuck, at least twice. Very disgusting. Shut it down.
Fuck.
These are great. Okay.
God.
All right.
God, Americans are so soft now.
We really are. I know. It's funny. Anyways, Doc,
Especially
what do you
Lacey.
Doc, what do you say?
Soft belly.
Nice. What do you say? Elite Eight? Is it Elite Eight time?
I go.
Let's do it.
Let's go, baby.
I'm excited.
All right.
Those
these
who are just tuning in, Doc lost respect for the Green Bay Packers after motioning to ban the tush push.
I mean, who doesn't like to touch butts?
It's a good point. We all do. So, with that in mind, we are down to the Elite Eight for Doc's new team. Both the Packers and Vikings are still in play here. So here we go.
And the Lions.
Oh, shit. 3 out of the 4. Let's go. Okay.
All right. I'm going to start on the right side.
Okay.
We have the Ravens versus the football team.
The football team. That's okay. Trevor, you start. I don't know here.
That's tough.
It is a tough one.
How much are we weighing franchise history versus just like
Question
who's
for
gonna
Doc.
be, like fun to watch for the next 5
Exactly.
weeks?
Like you got your quarterback of the future. Otherwise, you got the multi MVP
They're
and
both
the
really
team who
fun
can't quite get over the hump,
quarterbacks.
but great coaching and did well before Lamar Jackson too.
Great organization.
Yeah.
I think everything kind of goes into account for.
Oh, bless you. You good?
I just died.
You all right?
Anyways, wow.
Okay. You sneeze out
that
the
actually
Packers finally?
Hurt my back.
Are they out of you completely now?
No, I
That's
think
good
I'm
to know.
just allergic to whatever we're doing right now.
You ever fart so hard your back cracks?
I think I'm just gonna take into account initial gut feeling.
Okay.
Most of the time, I write a team down before you guys even start talking.
Not now.
I did. I already wrote a team down.
Oh, you went with your gut?
Yep.
Always follow your butt.
Yep.
Good.
And so it's a mixture of things for me, right? It's how exciting is the team gonna be in the future? Does it tickle my fancy? Do I think I could wear their colors?
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Well, you do have a Caucasian shirt.
I do.
So,
I went with the football team.
football team it is. Okay. Sorry, Ravens. Okay. I think I would have done Ravens because I like purple. And Lamar.
Of
Lamar's
course.
great.
Yeah.
Good coach, and Lamar would have been my reason for choosing the Ravens. Also, the only safety in history that I will openly acknowledge is absolutely better than Harrison Smith. There is only one that I will openly acknowledge that, and it's Ed Reed. Ed Reed. Nope. Just Ed.
Okay.
Ed Reed, then Harrison Smith.
Oh, that's a Rushmore coming up. All right.
I don't want to hear counterpoints.
All right. On
Who's next?
Detroit versus Jacksonville.
How did Jacksonville make it this far?
They had soft matchups.
I guess. That's Detroit. That's Detroit, baby. You like Trevor Lawrence, though.
I wrote Jacksonville down.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, yeah. I need to hear this.
Why? Let's hear it. Son of a gun.
I think this is going to be the most ridiculous reason ever.
Is it Liam Cohen?
No.
Okay.
Duval.
Because I don't know, like, what else?
I wrote Jacksonville down. You guys are going to just kill me for this reason.
Okay. Can't wait.
I created a Madden Dynasty team.
Oh, that's right.
And I hit random.
Okay.
And it was the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
So I'm currently playing with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's all the reason. That's all the reason you need.
And I've made them great.
You've developed a connection.
Yeah.
And I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Jacksonville it is. Woo! Okay. God hates Jags, right, guys?
Duval.
And Duval. Yep. So, someone had that sign at a Jacksonville game. God hates Jags after they were doing really bad.
God damn.
I know, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Anyways, who's next?
Green Bay versus Cincinnati.
This is the time, Doc. This is when it gets tough. You got history with the Packers. This is your fucking
you gotta
team.
look at the quarterback position first. It all starts there.
You Joe Cool, you on for 50 points a game for the foreseeable future.
90.
Even, right? I know.
The problem is they're going to let 100 go in.
But they might get their they might sign their DN Hendrickson, who's can 30.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Hendrickson.
He's like he wouldn't be a top 10. He might be like a top 10
Henderson?
pass rusher in Vikings history.
Trevor
No.
Henderson or Hendrickson?
Hendrickson.
Yes.
Oh, he did. That was not confident.
Well,
He's their franchise leader though, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, he's super good.
Sacks.
He's definitely good.
He's
amazing.
He's great. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Correct. Which is it, Doc?
I don't know. It's Google's not working for me.
Is his name Trey? Is that what it is? Trevor, help me out.
Trey Hendrickson. I have it right in front of
Oh,
me.
We
it
were
is?
right.
Oh yeah, look
Good
at
job,
you
Trevor.
guys.
Me and Trevor, we knew.
You guys
fucking
are
knew.
awesome.
We fucking knew. Well, I don't know. Let's make an argument because I think this would be a good one. You guys, all biases aside, looking at the state of the rosters right now, looking at the outlook and what's to come, who are you a fan of? That's what I thought. It's a no-brainer for them, apparently.
Oh, okay. No thoughts.
I don't. Again,
None exist.
They're going to be putting up. They'll be putting up points for the foreseeable future.
I have to go off of the fact that Green Bay is going to win a Super Bowl in 2 years on Valentine's Day.
Why do you think that?
Love is
because
love.
Jordan Love, and they're going to do the.
Love is love, baby.
Have you mapped this out though? Like, do you know the Super Bowl's falling on Valentine's Day?
I think he did actually.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure. And if I'm wrong, it's my wife's fault.
Yeah. Usually the wife's fault. No, it was. Yeah, because it was February.
Yeah, February 14th, baby.
Damn. The NFL loves their scripts, and that'd be a script if Jordan Love can figure it out. But we haven't seen it yet. So no more Bengals. The Packers continue. He's right. He's absolutely right.
It's in L.A.
Ooh.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, Packers, let's go.
Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Final four.
Well, you got one more.
I know.
Chargers
Yep.
versus the Vikings.
Oh, geez. Okay. Unbiased, guys. Do your best. Unbiased. Who you got?
Chargers have the second best jerseys in the league.
Behind?
The throwback powder blues behind Vikings 90s, dude. Like,
He's correct.
unbiased.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He's correct. Greatest jerseys.
The franchises are like so similar.
That's kind of true, huh? Don't Chargers?
They're the AFC Vikings.
These
I think
jerseys
it's
suck.
Aren't the Bills the AFC Vikings?
Yeah, I mean, as far as being like
0-4.
snake bitten and cursed. But
Those are amazing. You kidding me? We need to bring back the stripes. Oh, hot take, Doc. Hot take. Those are classics. I don't want to
Justin
hear it.
You think that's the
felt like
best
Kirk
jersey?
Cousins
I don't want to hear
of
it.
the AFC.
Yeah, I think it's great. No, I also like the Dolphins jerseys from the 80s and you know,
That's another Rushmore.
the powder blues. It sure is. That's a good point. NFL jerseys. Damn. Okay. Good point. Well, you already wrote someone down, huh?
No, you guys aren't doing anything here, Lil.
Jop, plead your case.
I mean,
Vikings or Chargers?
Yeah, I want Joppo to go.
I don't feel like I'm having some mic issues, so I've just been laying in silence and enjoying what you guys are saying.
You at least look good.
Thank
But you heard that.
Skull Vikes, man. Skull
Okay.
Vikes.
All right, easy as that.
Come on, Doc.
If we're
Come on,
looking at okay, so they got Herbie, who looks good. They got Harbaugh, who's a great coach. I don't know what else though. Now you look at the Vikes.
Harbaugh's not as handsome as Kevin O'Connell.
Trevor's got a good point.
JJ McCarthy is also more handsome than Justin Herbert.
Very good point.
Justin Jefferson
Herbert
is
has
more
acne.
handsome than who's their first round wide receiver.
Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson, much more handsome.
It's a good point.
And both actually Chargers offensive line's pretty damn handsome. But I like the Vikings offensive line.
I was like, you're not making a case here because if I'm going to be watching these games, I don't want my wife to be like, look at these good-looking guys.
You don't want to root for the same team as your wife? It might help things in the household. You never know. Nice little common ground. High five over.
Nah.
It's Vikes, baby.
You
LA
guys-
Chargers.
You
got-
LA's fan base
Handsome,
they don't care about football. It doesn't work. Oh, let's go. Did you write them down? I didn't see
Minnesota,
I would
baby.
really make a bigger case for the Chargers.
I'm really, I
If
picked
they were still in San Diego, then you can make a case.
There you go. Yep. But yeah, the LA move
They're
is
a little alienated.
I agree. So I love the Chargers. I love their uniforms. I think they're super sweet. If they were still in San Diego, they probably would have beat you, but Minnesota will win and make it to the Final Four.
Is it the Vikes-Packers matchup?
Nope.
Oh, damn. So they
It's
could only
Minnesota.
meet in the...
So next week we will decide between
Okay.
Jacksonville versus Green Bay,
Okay.
the Redskins Caucasians football team versus the Vikings.
Dang. That'll be good. That'll be good.
My case.
You're going to struggle with that all week long, aren't you?
Yeah, it's going to be a super struggle. What I'm really disappointed in is the argument for the Chargers versus Vikings. You guys just did not do it.
Well,
So-
we can't... speaking for myself, I can't be unbiased.
Yeah, and that's what I want. I want you to be the lawyer for the Vikings, making me a Vikings fan.
Oh, I think it's very...
Do you want me to trade green for purple or not?
Okay, here we go. It's very
No,
apparent.
it's done.
Case.
It's
No,
no-
no,
case.
no.
Well, you picked the Vikings.
Well,
I'm
this
gonna-
week's over. I don't want to hear it.
You want me to
No,
talk up my own
I want you to say
my
it.
own dang team
I don't
like,
want to hear
like I do
anything.
every dang week?
No, I don't want to hear anything.
We got we got the quarterback whisperer. We got the defense whisperer. We got all the fucking whisperers. We got the cap expert. Just working his freaking magic up top. Playing everyone like puppets and
I don't
then
work
creating
there.
this team. And now we got a Hall of Fame rookie quarterback on a rookie contract. On a rookie contract. And that's
Hall
the
of
Won a
key.
national championship.
That is the
dog.
key. That has been the foundation laid by kind of the Chiefs. Get an amazing rookie quarterback on a rookie contract. And that's what we fucking did. No
There
ifs,
it is.
no ifs, ands, or buts. You're welcome. You made a good pick.
There we go. Half choked.
You made a very good pick. Okay, good. Good. Okay, well, here we go. Nice. Jop, thanks for joining. Can you hear us? Oh, he's frozen. Oh, damn it.
Oh, he's out.
He bowed.
We lost
He
him.
bowed out, everybody.
Damn it. Okay. Couple. Here he is. Cool. Nice. Okay. I think I had some funny things. Okay, no funny things. More Harry Potter rumors. We might have our Hagrid. You guys see? Who saw? I saw. Trevor, did you see?
No.
Nick Frost, potentially.
Nick Frost.
Ooh.
Potentially. Could be great. He'd be an amazing Hagrid. I would love that. You gonna look him up right now?
Yeah.
Good. Guys, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe, follow on everything, because we're on everything. Check out our shop.
I could see it.
We do fun t-shirts. We do super cool hats like the one Doc's wearing. Super cool polos like the one Doc's wearing. Here's funny shit. Because we do funny shit. Yeah, I don't know.
And if you want to be a degenerate and stick stickers everywhere, we sell a ton of them.
Bunch of stickers meant for the stalls, baby. Reach around up the other side of the other stall. Slap it in there while someone's in there. Little reach around slap sticker. Okay. Thanks, guys. Love you.